mean to impose, but I am close.
Welcome to the Spear Broadcast Podcast. I'm your host, Zach DeBat, just joined alongside Aiden Price, Jack Adamson, Chase Smiley, and Drew Carlson. So guys, it's the season of schedule making. How's your guys' schedules looking?
You know, I'm not going to lie, it's been kind of tough because part of me really wants to take AP US History, but that's only offered fourth, and not going to lie, I really want fourth off.
Yeah, I've heard AP US History is also a pretty tough class too. Like, it's a lot of writing.
Well, but from what Myers said though, it's like the best class for getting you prepared for college too, like as far as essays go and writing and just kind of getting like in that college mindset.
Yeah, just
That's true.
making your schedules, you just kind of got to sacrifice. Set your priorities of the classes you really want to take.
That's true. Like get your core classes figured out, the classes that you need the most figured out, and then you can go on to like your electives or like the classes that you want to take. So
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, my schedule's gonna be full of a lot of fine arts, drama, drawing one, and probably a little bit of stagecraft. Yeah.
stage, I heard that class is
I've heard it's actually pretty fun.
yeah,
you
get
know?
some
Yeah.
buddies together and take that class. And
Yeah,
we'll
me and a couple guys were trying to see if we could get in that class, and I heard it's pretty laid back, but yeah.
Something I find almost ridiculous about schedules is how many classes count for practical arts versus how many classes count for fine arts.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever looked at how many it is? It's basically like all of woods and metal and all that stuff, like tech, AutoCAD, all that,
Yeah.
plus culinary, plus business. So it's like basically three different types of classes all together in one for practical arts, while, I mean, fine arts, there's a couple of art classes and a couple of drama classes. So.
Yeah, practical arts, like I'm well over that requirement, because I mean, I took a lot of tech studies because I want to do, also engineering and stuff too.
Yeah.
I was looking at that, so I was like, okay, tech studies, that'd be cool. So I did like ARC 1, ARC 2, CAD 1, CAD 2, and that was fun. I liked that class a lot. But can you transfer like practical art credits to fine arts? Because that'd be really helpful.
On the note of practical arts credit, actually Spear counts for practical arts or English credit. Just thought I'd let y'all know.
Yes, you can
This
request
is-
a transfer to get, I do tech studies, you can transfer it to fine arts credits.
Words of wisdom from the senior.
I need that.
That's mine, only stagecraft.
We got two seniors here. Got any advice?
So what are your guys' tips?
Favorite classes? or-
law. So law is a class offered Tuesday or Thursday, 5th and 6th period, and it's the best class, one of the best classes I've taken, and I know Zach took it. And we discussed, the first few weeks, we discussed students' run-ins with the law at parties and, tickets and stuff like that. It's pretty funny in the first few weeks, and you discuss, the prison system, court cases, stuff like that. But the highlight of the whole class to me is the mock trial, which you prepare for about 2 months, I'd say.
Yeah, it's like 8 classes with the attorneys.
Yeah, it's a long time, and then you do work outside of school, and you meet with district attorneys, defense lawyers, and there's 2 teams. And then after about 2 months of preparation, you go into a courtroom and you have a mock trial essentially. And it was incredible. You sit down in front of a real judge, in front of all your peers from the class, and if you have a fear of public speaking, it's a
Even if you're good at public speaking,
Yeah, it's
I'd
tough.
say it's still pretty brutal. But it's super fun.
I mean, Mr. Meyer doesn't get enough credit for putting that whole thing together with his connections, and to any junior out there debating whether or not to take that class, take that class, because it's been extremely useful for me just in this next year and just going forward in the future, because at some point we will all have to deal with the court system or a police officer, and it's important for you to know, number one, your rights, and just how to act and carry yourself.
Would you say, like, per se, if someone, like, for myself, I'm actually interested in maybe pursuing that as like a degree or like a job later on in life, would you say it's a pretty good prerequisite for
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of
It's
stuff?
a really good introduction class.
It's as good as you can get, because not a lot of schools offer that. And you just get to go in and sit down in front of a real judge, and it's yeah, it's the best you can get just as a prerequisite. So.
Yeah. And it sounds like a lot of classes don't really prepare you for the real world per se, and it seems like that.
It does a pretty good
Yeah.
job because we had a couple incredible guest speakers as well.
Yeah.
Jeff Russell, a family friend of one of our friends, came in and talked to us, and he's an incredible guy. He told us some insane stories, and it's just every day is something new. You don't know what you're going to walk into. We spent a while talking about John Benet Ramsey. We talked about serial killers. We talked about, the rehabilitation compared to actual prison time.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think differently than you would, outside of class, because you see it from so many different perspectives, no matter what you're looking at. So I think just all around, it's to me, it was almost a perfect class, so.
I agree with that. I remember walking out of there pretty much every day and just thinking to myself, or saying this to someone, just like, wow, I can't believe this is how things work.
Yeah, I don't usually talk to my parents about school, but I talk to them about what we did in law, so. To any junior, please take that class, so.
Well, I feel like AP Gov is kind of like that way too,
Yeah.
because you think you know a lot of stuff till you go into that class, and then you just learn so much about the government and like how much it works. And the thing about it, the thing I like about Meyer too, is he doesn't spend too much time like actually debating on issues. It's more of like how the government works, but then also because like he has like a little bit of experience in like the whole campaign world and all that, then he also has insight into like how that works and like kind of like what's going on behind the curtain, so to speak.
Yeah, he's a brilliant guy,
Yeah.
so. And I like what you said about the debating part, because I know, when I was first going in, I was debating between that and regular gov, because I heard regular gov, you debate a lot. And I was thinking, like, maybe I want that, because I love debating.
Yeah.
Debating's really fun. But then I realized, I'd be debating with, people I didn't really, I don't care about your political opinion. So it's better to learn your own.
Yeah.
And learn because AP Gov offers factual information. It gives you a base to base what you believe in. Because right now, without any, going to that with no knowledge, it's pointless, because you're just spewing, what you hear on the news.
Exactly.
So,
Well, then I had no idea behind like everything that goes on within the Congress, like the whole committees and subcommittees and all that. And then like the thing about like the whole federalism versus state, that just absolutely blew my mind. So, if you want kind of like a way to take like super complicated topics in politics and kind of like figure out what's going on, then AP Gov is an awesome class for that.
Yeah, I personally regret not taking AP Gov. I actually, at first, when I was looking at my schedule for last year, coming out of sophomore year, I wanted to take AP US History, because I really enjoyed US History. That was probably my favorite units, coming in from normal US History. But I saw, a lot of writing, a lot of reading. I was like, I don't know, that might be a little too much for me. But then I looked at AP Gov, of course. What I've heard from everyone, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely rigorous. It's a tough class, of course, being an AP. But I definitely, as a junior now, about to end, I definitely regret not taking AP Gov, because it would have been a
you
good
still
class
got a
to take.
chance senior year, because I took it
Yeah.
senior. I'm taking it senior year.
Yeah.
So, it's still open, because it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter, where you are. He's had sophomores take that class, he's had seniors, he's had juniors.
Yeah,
Everybody's on an equal playing field there.
that's true.
And the thing I like about, I guess like you guys probably know this better than we do, but like going into APs as seniors probably helps you so much more than going into APs as juniors, because you already kind of have the experience
Right.
with the classes and all that.
And it can hurt, because like that last part, you just give up, because you don't put as much effort into it, because AP courses require you to stay focused the entire
Put
year.
a lot of effort into it.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Zach, but senior I checked out a couple months ago, so.
It's real.
It's very real, and juniors thinking like, how bad can it really be? We had this conversation in one of my classes earlier today. How bad can it really be? It's bad. It's bad. It's really bad.
Can't really
It
avoid
affects
it.
kind of everything, not just school.
Because I remember Kraus telling me that senioritis, like at least like the way he described it for seniors, it's like because like mentally like there's days that you just like don't want to do anything, but for the seniors and senioritis, it's like physical. Like he described it as like you'll see a nice day and like juniors or like sophomores will be like, oh yeah, it's like super nice out there. I wish I was out there. But then you just see the seniors like sprinting through the door. Like, would you describe that's pretty accurate as far as like not actually sprinting for the door, but
Like to go outside.
yeah.
I mean, if it's to get out of school, then yeah. But I don't know, you're just, to me, it's just, I'm ready for something new. Because
Yeah.
you just kind of hit that phase where it's like,
Repetitive.
man, this is, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's the same thing over.
It's just the same thing, and so, you know, Zach and I are both committed to college, and we're just ready for something that's different, something that's new. And I think that's the whole point of senioritis, is not because like, oh, I'm done in a couple months, this doesn't affect me. It's, for me, it's the repetition that's got me.
Yeah, and it's also that idea of looking, you already kind of know what's ahead of you, you just kind of want to get there already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's understandable.
sports.
Yeah, so today, March 23rd, the girls soccer team is playing Heritage at Littleton Public Schools, and so we'll have an update on that.
They're coming off a big win against Columbine, who is ranked #1 in the state, so.
Yeah, because I think they won that game.
They
Yeah, they
won.
did.
That
Wasn't it like, was it
2-1.
maybe 2-1? Yeah, it was Danny.
Yeah,
Actually scored
Danny
both
Babb
goals.
scored
Yeah,
both goals.
Danny had a little bit of a rough go the last couple games. She
Yeah.
missed a couple big opportunities, but she came up big in the Columbine one.
Yeah,
So,
and she really she carried that team to victory. So I mean, that was from what I heard, that was a very cool, fun game to watch if you were there.
Also, baseball is traveling to
Arizona.
Yeah, they're down in Arizona right now. The flight actually left today. They're leaving early. They'll probably, I believe they start games actually tomorrow.
Yeah, I
And,
believe it's.
you know, they play pretty much throughout the whole week up until
They come back Wednesday. I think.
yeah. So yeah, no, it should be a pretty interesting time. I know a lot of those guys were pretty excited. I know a couple kids definitely got bumped up to go down to help support the team, just kind of have a bigger roster going down there. But yeah, it should be a really good time. I remember when, in one of my, a while back when I used to play for one of my older club teams, I went down to Arizona for a tournament down there, and it's a lot of fun. There's some really, really good teams down there. I mean, you see teams from California and Florida that, I mean, they get to play year round. And even the teams that are also locally in Arizona, they're crazy good. I mean, some of those kids, I swear, they looked like they were sophomores in high school when I was like 12.
Yeah.
And but it's a really cool time. I mean, there's like, it's hot, of course, but if you find the right places to go, you know, it's a lot of fun. So I'm sure they're gonna have a really good time.
I believe lacrosse is heading out of town too. Aren't they both going to San Diego?
Lacrosse is going to San Diego.
Boys and girls.
Both of them?
Yeah. So, best wishes to them as well.
All right, so March Madness, we have Gonzaga versus West Virginia tonight. Who are you guys picking?
100%. I'm going West Virginia.
Yeah.
Gonzaga cannot go the distance no matter what
Yeah,
the year.
you know, I'm going with Virginia as well because, I mean, as we talked about on the previous podcast. What?
But
Okay. But as we talked about on the previous podcast, like Gonzaga has gotten tons of wins, but not against like awesome teams. So
Yeah.
I mean, they'll definitely have a run for their money tonight.
All right.
No, I think West Virginia's definitely been going strong lately, and I mean, as we've definitely seen, some very good teams have been knocked down by also some very good teams, but it's been surprising. I mean, we got Duke, Villanova. I mean, that's just a couple, but
Louisville.
Louisville too. And that's what I mean. Just there's definitely been some crazy games that I think some of those teams definitely should have not lost, but it happened. So I mean, I think anything can really happen at this point.
Yeah.
Is there really a Cinderella team this year?
Well,
It's
Xavier.
just like a lot of middle.
Yeah.
You know,
Seeds
after all,
five.
Who?
Xavier, they're 11 seed.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them a Cinderella team.
Yeah,
I'd consider
they kinda
like,
are now.
yeah, they are in the Sweet 16, but like, I picked Northwestern to go all the way in one of my brackets, and I was really happy after the first win, but I was a little crushed in the second round, and I kind of just threw that bracket out. So
All right, Xavier, Arizona.
I'm gonna have to go with Arizona.
Arizona.
I'm going with
Arizona's in my
Arizona, too.
final four for one of my better brackets, despite that one being basically crushed.
Just to go against everybody else, I'll say Xavier.
All right, Kansas and Purdue.
Purdue.
I'm gonna go with Kansas.
Because Kansas usually has pretty good basketball, don't they?
Yeah, no, Kansas is they're
They're terrible, Aiden. Kansas is one of the worst teams in the country.
Yeah, I gotta go with Kansas too. They're experienced,
Yeah.
better team.
yeah, Kansas for sure.
Oregon and Michigan.
Michigan.
Ooh,
Michigan's
I'm going
looking
Michigan.
strong this year.
Yeah.
I mean, what about that game against Oklahoma, though? I mean, that was a super close game.
I had Oklahoma winning that game.
Yeah, a buddy of mine actually had a perfect bracket up until that game.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna go Michigan too. I mean, I like Oregon a lot. They got some talent on that team, but Michigan's
Oregon's a football school.
Yeah.
They, for sure, yeah. But I think Michigan is, they want to go a little bit further than they have in years past.
Yeah, for sure. And they've been chugging along. So.
All right, I think that wraps up this week's episode of the Spear Broadcast Podcast. Once again, it was Active Badgers, Aiden Price, Jack Adamson, Chase Miley, and Drew Carlson. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.